19.
Yeah, 19. Yeah.
19 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
30 points. I imagine that was an emphasis coming in. Is it just harder when they're long rebounds? Explain what happened with rebounding today.
We did a poor job listening. We didn't execute what the game plan was. It was super lackadaisical by us. It was literally our second thing on our defensive keys, or maybe our first thing actually. So it was just really, really, really poor execution.
It's pretty out of character for
Yeah,
this group.
yeah. We just weren't ready to play today.
Do you think maybe winning so many close, like just kind of enamored with all these wins just coming? Did it feel like maybe you just find another way? Were you guys taking that for granted, possibly?
Yeah, taking it for granted. I don't think we necessarily had poor preparation. We just, no excuses. We just weren't ready to play.
Is that hard to figure out when you're tied for first place with 3 games left?
I mean, everything we were playing for is still in front of us. Everything we want is still there. So it's just a look in the mirror kind of game. 1 through 8 on our team has to look in the mirror and figure out what they need to change.
What's going on the glass?
I don't know if you were here when I was just telling Tony, but just lack of attention to detail. Just wasn't ready to play today.
How about on the other end, threes? It feels like it's contagious. This team can shoot better than 4 of 17.
Yeah. I mean, we showed spurts. We had one game where we made 19 in a game. Like, I think it's a confidence thing. I mean, guys are getting in the gym every day and shooting. I think it's a overthinking thing. It's not necessarily that we're a bad shooting team. I think it's just, I don't know, poor confidence. Illinois is notorious for taking three-point shooters off the three-point line. They're in your grill. That definitely has something to do with it. But yeah, just look in the mirror game.
What was the message from Dusty post game?
Look in the mirror.
You still have time, like you said, to make something of this, but you have a couple of really tough games coming up. Can you pull you guys yourselves back together?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that we can't do. It's March. Every game's going to be tough. It's a good dosage for what we're going to have to do if we want to keep playing for the rest of the month.
Illinois shot 37 threes with a variety of shooters. Was that a little unexpected?
No, it was super expected. They shoot a ton of threes. I think statistically they shoot most threes, or one of the most. Sorry, they shoot the most threes for I don't know. They shoot a fuck ton of threes, but they just haven't really necessarily been, clicking at a high level and nailing them in. And our defense was just so poor, and it's so easy when you give up that many offensive rebounds. It's just turn around, guys wide open. It's just, here you go. It's like a layup. It's like playing horse.
Defense being poor, is that also attention to detail? Was it
Yeah,
energy?
it was total attention to detail. We knew what they wanted to do. We know they wanted to cut. We knew they were gonna go and crash the glass, and it's just players have to take responsibility.
Well, there's no official captains on this team.
Yep.
Do you feel, as someone who's been here, the responsibility or you're one of the talkers, I suppose?
No, yeah, I mean, Trey had some great nuggets after the game and talked. Vlad did. I was really proud of them to talk. So, yeah, it's definitely going to have to come from the older experienced guys, and I think that will happen.
Were you guys angry in there or more bewildered to a certain degree?
Very frustrated.
Certainly not to single anyone out, but Vlad's been very consistent. You've been pretty consistent. It seems there have been some leaders on this team who faded lately. I guess Trey, Danny, Roddy as well. What are they like? Has anything changed? I guess why do you think the consistency has not been
ups and downs of the seasons? I mean, it's not. Basketball's not going to be all great. You're going to hit bumps in the road. Every player does, and they're doing everything in their power to, keep working, keep showing up. But again, tonight it was 1 through. I was actually really proud of Fat at the end. LJ, Pip, felt like they really fought at the end, so I was really proud of them. But those first 7-8 guys was just pathetic.
This 10-day stretch where you had 4 games in that contained period, does that prepare you for March in the tournament setting going forward with the quick turnarounds and all that jazz, you think, or is it just nature of the beast?
I don't know. I mean, we've had quick turnarounds kind of all year where you play 2 days off, or like not 2 days off, you're still practicing, and then games. So I mean, we've had that. LA trip was, I guess you could kind of say. I mean, there was a little break, but kind of that feel, kind of that vibe. Fort Myers when we were down there was kind of a tournament vibe. So I mean, I guess so. Yeah. Especially with the calorie games we're playing right now, where you play great team in Illinois, Rutgers, got 2 lottery picks, and then you got, this upcoming game with Maryland with, their starting lineup, and then, getting at Breslin. So it's just it's a really tough schedule to go back to.
What do you mean by a calorie game? Or do you,
Caliber.
game.
Caliber.
Okay. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely gonna have to be a lock in, regroup, and get the next one.
Give me the sense of what the emotions are after a loss like this on your home court.
Yeah, not good. Emotions are not great.
Disappointment in the way you played, or was it something they did to you more
Oh
so?
no. 100. Illinois is great. Very self-inflicted.
What do you guys have to do to
Look in the mirror.
give me a sense of what that entails? Up
Uh,
and down, every single end of the court?
Oh,
Every aspect of the game?
every aspect. It's a effort thing for some guys. It's a shot selection thing for other guys. It's a it's a wide plethora of things.
I asked Dusty for the vibe check after Rutgers.
Yep.
Now, I'd like another one because you guys are still second in the Big Ten, and
Yeah.
you can still, if you win both, you can still win a Big
Yep.
Ten title. But things like this have been happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of. If you would have asked for a vibe check on the last couple games, I wouldn't say that the vibes are ridiculously crazy. I mean, a close game with Rutgers, Damari hits a clutch shot, and I think that we've seen this close game, and we talk about how we're able to flip the switch with 5 minutes left to go in the game, and that's what we need for 40 minutes, and we're very. Not lackadaisical, but we're very poor attention to detail for those other 35 minutes, but we're able to really flip that switch and be an amazing basketball team for those last 5, so that's been getting us out of games. But, when you're, that out of it for those 35 minutes, and then you don't even put yourself in a position.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks.